For the best nursing lectures, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay connected and tune with us.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Myself Varisha. Today we are going to learn about diabetes. So let's begin. Diabetes describes a group of metabolic diseases in which the person has high blood glucose, that is blood sugar, either because insulin production is inadequate or because the body's cells do not respond properly to insulin or both. So we can say that in the diabetes patient blood glucose level is higher than the normal just because of insulin production is inadequate or body cells do not respond properly to insulin. Next, insulin production. Pancreas produce insulin according to the blood glucose level. That means our body glucose level decided the amount of insulin produce. Next, what happens if there is a problem with the production of insulin? Glucose in the blood is not able to go into the cells. The cells cannot meet energy needs and energy is tried to be provided from fat and protein. Using fat as an energy source results the increasing of ketone in the body. So glucose is not able to go into the cells and that's why energy is provided to cell by fat and protein and that leads to increased ketone body. With the usage of protein as energy source, the patient feel themselves tired and sluggish. If blood glucose is too high, it is tried to be thrown away by kidneys, so the patient begins to urinate so often. As a result, the patients feel thirsty and start to drink a lot. So we can say that patient body does not use the glucose and that's why patient urinate so often and drink a lot. On the other hand, despite eating so often and a lot, the patient lose weight. Next, type of types of diabetes. There are various type of diabetes. While type 1 and type 2 are most common form of diabetes, there are others that you may hear about: impaired glucose metabolism or pre-diabetes. There are two pre-diabetes conditions. First one is impaired glucose tolerance. Is where blood glucose levels are higher than normal but not high enough to be classified as diabetes. So we are unable to classify the type of diabetes in this. Second one is impaired fasting glucose, is where the blood glucose level are escalated in the fasting state but not high enough to be classified as diabetes. In this also we are not able to classify as diabetes. Next, type 1 diabetes is also known as juvenile diabetes because it is also found in children. Type 1 diabetes is usually diagnosed in children and young adults. Only 10% of population with diabetes have this form of disease. In type 1 diabetes, the body does not produce insulin. So we can say that in type 1, the body does not produce insulin and it is found in 10% of population. Patients with type 1 diabetes will need to be take insulin injections for the rest of their life. They must also ensure proper blood glucose levels by carrying out regular blood tests and following a special diet. As you can see here, the patient is injecting insulin into abdomen. Next, type 2 diabetes. The body does not produce enough insulin for proper functioning, or the cell in the body do not react to insulin. Approximately 90% of all cases of diabetes worldwide are of this type. So we can say that most commonly found diabetes is type 2 diabetes, and in this the body cells does not react to insulin. Some people may be able to control their type 2 diabetes symptoms by losing weight, following a healthy diet, doing plenty of exercise, and monitoring their blood glucose level. However, type 2 diabetes is typically a progressive disease. It gradually gets worse, and the patient will probably end up having to take insulin, usually in tablet form. So, so the patient can control his or her symptom by losing his or her weight, health, and following a healthy diet, plenty of exercise, and monitoring their his or her blood glucose level. And type 2 diabetes is progressive disease, and it gradually get worse. Next, overweight and obese people have a much higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those with a healthy body weight. The risk of developing type 2 diabetes is also greater as we get older. Men whose testosterone level are low have also been found to have a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. So we can say that type 2 diabetes may occur due to unhealthy lifestyle, and also risk is increases as we get older. Next, gestational diabetes. These types affects females during pregnancy. The majority of gestational diabetes patients can control their diabetes with exercise and diet. Undiagnosed or uncontrolled gestational diabetes can rise the risk of complication during childbirth. The baby may be bigger than she should be. So we can say that in these diabetes, mother as well as children both are in the risk if undiagnosed. After the childbirth, mother goes back to the normal condition. Next, what causes diabetes? Diabetes causes vary depending on our genetic makeup, family history, ethnicity, health and environmental factors. There is no defined diabetes cause because the causes of diabetes vary depending on the individual and the type. So there is no defined cause of diabetes, and it's depend on our genetic makeup, family history, health and our environment. Next, the symptom of diabetes. As you can see in this picture, the patient is always tired, frequent urinate, sudden weight loss, wound that does not heal, sexual problem, always hungry, blurry vision, numb or tingling hand or feet, always thirsty, vaginal infection. So all these are symptoms of diabetes. How are diabetes and pre-diabetes diagnosed? There are various methods available for measuring blood glucose level or diabetic condition. First one is blood tests are used to diagnose diabetes and pre-diabetes. Lab analysis of blood is needed to ensure test results are accurate. Second one is glucose measuring device used in a healthcare provider's office such as finger stick devices are not accurate enough for diagnosis but may be used as quick indicator of high blood glucose. Blood test and lab analysis of blood are used to diagnose pre-diabetic and diabetic condition. And another one is glucose measuring device like finger stick device. They are not accurate but can be used as quick indicator of high blood glucose level. Next, diabetes treatment. As we already learned about, cause of diabetes is unhealthy lifestyle like obesity, unhealthy diet and many more. We can prevent or treat the diabetes by accepting healthy lifestyle as mentioned here. Physical exercise, being a normal body weight, healthy diet. It is also important to control or treat the diabetic condition. Next, diet plan. Daily nutritional needs should be taken frequently by small portions. Diet is very important in the diabetic patient. Next, some complications linked to badly controlled diabetes. First one is in eye complication, glaucoma, cataract, diabetic retinopathy and some others. In foot complication, neuropathy and sometimes gangrene, which may require that the foot be amputated. In heart problem, heart disease when the blood supply to the heart muscle is diminished. Hypertension common in people with diabetes, which can rise the risk of kidney disease, eye problem, heart attack and stroke. Mental health, uncontrolled diabetes rise the risk of suffering from depression, anxiety and some other mental disorder. In hearing loss, diabetes patients have a higher risk of developing hearing problem. In gastroparesis, the muscles of stomach stop working properly. In stroke, if blood pressure, cholesterol level and blood glucose level are not controlled, the risk of stroke increases significantly. So we can say that our body's various system is affected if diabetes is badly uncontrolled. Next, what can be done for the diabetes at schools? Brochures and families should be prepared to inform the students about diabetes. Students should be informed about the importance of healthy eating and doing exercise. Next, school canteens should be controlled and want to sell healthy food and healthy drinks rather than fast food and fizzy drink. Students should be informed about the eating fast food. Parents should be informed about healthy nutrition and the importance of homemade food in the children's bag. Teachers should follow their students about their health problems. If they have some symptoms with any diseases, they should contact with parents. They also should inform the students about the importance of their health. Here I'm only talk about children because today's generation is commonly involved in unhealthy lifestyle and we should have to educate them about the risk of eating fast food and their effect on health and many more. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Please like, share and comment and do subscribe if you are new and share with your friends and tell them to subscribe also so that you so that also can get benefit of it. Thank you.
Do like, leave a comment, and share with your friends.